Let's run through the jewelry stack. First, let's take a look at the bracelet stack, and it is going to be all David Yurman. Hopefully you're able to see these pretty well, but this is what we got. So the first one is the Streamline bracelet. This is the 6mm, I believe, and this is the most recent addition to the jewelry stack. I picked this up a couple weeks ago. I really like this one, and it's kind of different from the typical David Yurman aesthetic. It's not as rustic as I would say a lot of their jewelry is. This one's a little shinier, but it's also a nice texture. I thought it fit the stack nicely. I was trying to find one that fit well with the 3, and I was having a hard time, but this ended up being what I thought looked best, so this is the one we grabbed. And then the middle one we have here, this is the Madison bracelet, and this is, I think, the 5.5mm, or maybe it's the 6mm. But yeah, this is actually the same one we have on the neck, so we have a matching one here. But I love this one. This was my second bracelet that I got, and it's probably my favorite piece. The Madison line is probably my favorite line from David Yurman. I really like it. I think it's one of their best looking lines. And so yeah, we got this as the middle one. Again, I think it's the 6mm. And then the first ever jewelry we got, and the first ever David Yurman piece we got, was the box chain bracelet. This is the smallest one, which I think is like 2.2mm or something. They have a couple different sizes. My brother and my dad actually have the bigger one. I like those as well, but I don't have very big wrists, so this smaller one works better for me, and because I have 2 bigger bracelets. With that, it looks better to have a smaller one. But yeah, this one's pretty simple. It's just their standard. It's their cheapest, kind of like their entry-level bracelet. This is the first one I ever got. I'm a huge fan of it. I think this is a great initial bracelet. And moving into the chains, like I said, we have the Madison one here as well, but I actually think this is technically the woman's version. So it's the same one as the men's, but the men's only goes as short as 20 inches, I believe so. And so I went with the woman's one because I want an 18-inch one because I wear a 20-inch pendant and I wanted them to stack nicely. So that made sense to me. So I do think it's only women's that comes in the 18-inch. I'm not exactly sure, but it's the same one as the men's. This is the 6mm. And then underneath, we do have a new jewelry brand that I've recently become a huge fan of. If you like that Chrome Hearts aesthetic, this is perfect for you. This is from a brand called Chapel, New York. I recently had discovered them a few months ago. I was a huge fan of them because I really like that Chrome Hearts aesthetic, but Chrome Hearts jewelry is just absurdly expensive. And I'm not saying this is cheap, but it's much better priced than Chrome Hearts for that, similar aesthetic. And so what I have here is I got their medium chain, I think, in the diamond cut. And then with that, I actually have 2 pendants. So I bought these separately. It's the same pendant. It's their column pendant. And this is the medium one and this is the small one. So I just got both of them and I thought it would stack nicely, which I do think it does. I like it how it looks. So I am glad I went with the 2 pendants, but they have a handful of other pendants you can go with. They have a bunch of different options. Their jewelry is actually really cool, so I would definitely recommend checking them out. And then on the other wrist, we do have a watch, which is the Hamilton Khaki Field Automatic. Now, I actually got this as a graduation gift from my parents, and I love it. I wear it all the time. Now, I'm not a big watch guy by any means, but from what I understand, Hamilton's actually a really good brand. It's very good value for what you get. I think they're known for making very high quality watches at a reasonable price. They range from anywhere like $300